Okay. Oh, IEMS. Been a while. Got to get back on the table. So here's the deal. These are the Whizzers. I can't make it up. Look, Whizzer. And it's actually got a cool logo. It's kind of like if there was a modern, like, evil Batman. That's what it would be. It'd be that logo. And these are a single dynamic, double balanced armature, under 160 bucks, I think. Checking the internets. And yeah. Okay. I have two IEMs out because the only way my brain can actually function is if I pick one that I know is the benchmark from the last time and then bring it the competitor. So the Canis Moondrop Pros, or the Moondrop Canis Pros. I feel like Canis should be the name, they should be called the Moondrops, but these are those big, heavy stainless steel single 10mm bastards that actually cost a little bit more than these, which are a dynamic and then two balance. They compete with each other. That's the thing. Where I said that if you have the tin T2s, which are pretty much the most popular IEM I could think of right at the moment or ever again, if you wanted an upgrade from the tin T2s, you get the Moondrop Canis Pros. They're 180 bucks. You're tripling the cost. That's what you've got to do to upgrade from the tin T2s. You've got to triple your cost, and you got to get the Canis. Now, the Whizzers are a little bit less money, 20 bucks. But these are the first thing I pulled off to say, okay, let me compare. If these had exorbitant amounts of bass, I would pull the FH5s. If they had exorbitant amounts of soundstage, I would have pulled the FH5. If they were absolutely insane amounts of bass and soundstage, I would have pulled the FH7s. But they're not that either. The Whizzers here are probably, when I first put them on, I'm like, oh, those are bassy. And then you get used to the bass and it sort of like levels out. You're like, oh, are they extremely wide? Not really. Are they have crazy imaging? No, it's really good. It's not like the defining feature. The problem I have when I do like IEMs or headphones or speakers or anything is something needs to have a defining feature. Chewbacca has a defining feature. She's fucking adorable. These have a defining feature. They are pure neutrality and a little bit more fine than the TNT2s and triple the price. They're also made of like polished stainless steel copper blend, and it's like a dam with the dam wire, with the dam. So what's the defining feature of the Whizzers? And you can call them the Whizzer. Here are the names. Let me look at the metal plate that comes with in the box. When you open up the Whizzer box, you get the metal plate with the serial number, which if you buy these, and you should think about it, peel this plate off and put it somewhere, because that's just too nice to leave in a package forever. Look at it. So these are the Whizzer Kylins. I'm not joking. Doesn't say it on the box. It says Whizzer, it says Knowles, which is the name of the balanced armature. It says the model number, which is the A-HE03. But if you keep looking, I imagine somewhere, yeah, you're going to find it there. Model, type, Kylin. K-Y-L-I-N. Kylin. So the Whizzer Kylins, I don't make these names up. What they do better than the Moondrops, blatantly, is packaging, portable case, lightness. I mean, those things are metal and hang in your ears. And these weigh like nothing. And they have the exact same size driver. That's a 10, this is a 10, and this has two BAs. And it's still lightweight, because they're not using crazy metal. The only negative I could tell you about the Whizzer as far as build goes, because they fit in my ear beautifully. It's the day of the review. I put on the, what's we're charging over there, the Quest Style, the little Quest Style player. And I was doing dishes and I was dancing, and they went away. They were weightless. But when I went to adjust them in my ear, you touch the back of the unit, and there's that Batman logo in gold. And these are offered in 3 colors, by the way. But there's the gray version. There's the gold Batman logo, and it is fucking sharp. Like, it is sharp. I'm pretty sure I could draw blood if I really wanted to. So, I mean, that just lets you know how cool you are when you have, like, knives in your ears. But that doesn't affect your... Other than just when you try to shift it around inside your ear canal, that you don't get to touch that. They are Beautifully simple. And look how simple a design that is too. It's just like this, then stalk, then ear. And of course, I've got my Dakoni tips on there. Will be linked in the description. I use Dakoni tips for all the reviews because it's not because, oh, I'm promoted by Dakoni. No, it's because literally I found the tips that I like the best. They feel the best in my ear. The number one thing is getting things to fit in your ear properly. Whether that's complies or spiral dots or stock tips, find your tip first. And then when you get an IEM, try your tip first. And then if it doesn't sound right with your tip, try what everyone else says to use. I always manage to figure out if I like something with the Dakoni tips. And these are the Mercuries, I think, which are the 4.9, which basically fit everything. So, Whizzer's cable. Not as nice a weave as the Moondrop. However, I will say, no, I was to say it's not as nice. It is still a nice goddamn cable. I mean, it's not like I have HG03s here, which those fucking cables Sennheiser gives you. This has been perfect for that. I'm sure it could draw plenty of power through this. It's a 4. The reason this is a different weave is this is 4, and I think this, yeah, this is 6. So this is going to be like the standard for most IEMs you're getting out of the box. Now, sound signature. Let me get to that quick. I'm probably 6 minutes into this review. Did I guess it right? Take the tin T2s. Instead of upgrading them fully and tripling the price, let's assume you doubled the price and added more low end. Just a little bit, just a smidgen. Because I was going back and forth now. I had to know. I've got the Moondrops out. I had these, and both of them are powered off of my THX789. Interesting point. Low gain on the Moondrops, medium gain and a lower volume on these. I think having the balanced armature and the dynamic driver, if they're doing some sort of crossover in there, makes it just a little bit less efficient. Having just a straight up wire to 10mm driver efficiency just is efficient. I had to bump it up a little bit more gusto to make these sort of level out to the point where I like the way they sounded. On low, they sounded a little thinner. So a little bit more boom to the bass than the Moondrops. If you have the Canis Pros and you're like, oh, you know what I really wish those had? Just a little more foof in the low end. Take a whiz. There's got to be a slogan in there. Are you killing for a whiz? Are you Whizzer Kylin? Do you want the A-HE03? No? I also want to point something out. Even though these are more expensive, and yes, they do come with what I consider the nicer wire, this is the bag the Canis Moondrops come with. This is it. This is the Canis Pro by Moondrop. This is what you get. And this is what you get with the Whizzer Kylins. Oh, that smells like a fancy boot. Look at it. Look at it. I can't tell if it's real leather or not. It's so nice, I can't tell if it's real. It looks like an ottoman for a Barbie doll. Like you'd sit there in the little Barbie living room and she'd have the Barbie couch and the Barbie matching fucking coffee table. That is gorgeous. This is the type of shit I expect from $700-800 IEMs. This. They all come with those little closed cases, like Theo comes with all, and that's nice, but there's no style to it. That. And it doesn't magnet, right? It just actually it does magnet. It does have a magnet. I didn't feel that before. Close a little bit, like I know I usually talk about wires, but can we talk about the case for a minute? Because if these Whizzers end up in the yard sale, I might make a little asterisk next to it that it will not come with the ottoman, because Zeos needs to keep, I don't know, probably the Moondrops in it. That's just fucking nice. It's got a nicer presentation. It's got a metal plaque. The box is, other than having, like, here are the tips it comes with, by the way. I'll probably show you the stock tips. So it comes with foams. You have a choice of 4 different foams. And insert sponge. I'm sorry. It comes with a choice of 4 insert sponge, 2 different sizes. So you've got T100s and T400s. I don't know why they're called that. This is the small or medium, and these are the large or medium, depending on if you're gonna go bigger or smaller than that. But a little piece of cardboard, not the greatest thing, but that's efficient. And here are the reference. So you have Either insert sponge or reference. I don't make this shit up. Small, medium, large. Standard silicone tips, nothing special. I think I tried them for like 8 minutes. Then I was like, yeah, if I'm going to use foam, I'm going to use the ones I know. Here's your little book in case you need to read up on how Whizzer makes the go. How to plug in wires, etc., etc. Hope half of it's Chinese, half of it's not. Warranty card. Again, oh, I love this like James Bond, like flip it over. And in there, if you expose, you can get out the paperwork, which is like embedded into the foam. Which that's that paperwork, by the way. I just wanted to see what it was, but you usually don't need to get to that. The little lifting tab so you can take it out. It's a good presentation. It's a nice box. Look at this nice box. Type Kylin. A-HE Kylin. It's Kylin, right? Or Kylin? What do you want me to say? And that's there's way too much presentation on this. For a set that's under 160 bucks, actually, let's take a look at exactly what the price is. Right now, $159.99, and it comes with either indigo, red, or the current mode I have is gray. Indigo. Fuck your blues. It's indigo. There's a guy holding it in his ear. Actually, that looks like a mannequin. Is that a fake ear? I can't tell. Oh, they got pores. And there's hairs in the ear. That's a real person. So yeah, this claims it is the Whizzer Kylin A-HE03 plus 2BA triple driver hybrid earphone with detachable OFC cable with 2-pin gray. And it goes down and down. Only 3 customer reviews on all of Amazon. So these have been in my possession for at least 3 or 4 months. Because I'm lazy and distracted and I'm like, how do I feel about IEMS today? No. This guy complained because the left earbud stopped working. But both other ones, everybody else, the entire crowd screamed 5 stars, the bass, and 5 stars, great sound. Meanwhile, the Canis Moondrops, which I reviewed, only have 19 reviews. Granted, they are all 5 stars. So your choice is, and I'll link them in the description, you get the T2. If you don't know if you even like IEMs, if you're watching this video and you're like, I'm not an IEM person, Zeos, show me headphones, show me amps, show me speakers. Spend $50. $50 is like 5 meals in Chinese food, or if you're Zeos, 1 meal in Chinese food. Buy a set of the T2s. They are the absolute reference level IEM. If you like those, you like IEMs. If you've never liked IEMs and you get T2s and you don't like them, you don't fucking like IEMs. Period. Stop watching this particular section of Z reviews. If you have T2s and you want to upgrade, now you have a choice. Well, you've always had a choice. Dario Naharis always gives you a choice. Sorry, this was filmed after episode 5. I have told you in the past, if you want to go and you want to upgrade from the T2s, you just get the Canis Moondrops. If you get the IEMS, IEMS, I fucking remember the goddamn model number, but the IEMS are like the FH5, the little cheaper FH5. A lot of bass, a lot of soundstage. Now, these don't have a lot of soundstage. These have actually possibly as much detail as the Moondrop Canis Pros, but when you listen to bass on this, I had put Blade Runner 2049 on. If you don't know the movie Blade Runner, stop what you're watching this. Fuck, what are you doing here? Go watch Blade Runner 2049. If you haven't seen the original Blade Runner, watch that, then Blade Runner 2049. I'll see you in 5 hours. 6 hours? It's a long time. The bass track 2049 from the soundtrack 2049 literally throws distortion through the Moondrops. They distort. I've got them on this on low gain. I'm just hearing crackle, crackle, crackle in the fucking ear. Like, oh, Jesus. And these don't crackle. These feel like a 4 decibel boost in bass compared to these. And like, not the lowest low, and not sub bass. You're not throwing sub bass. You want that, you get the IEMS. You want that, you get the FH5. You spend the more money. These are just like a nice warm hump. I was listening to music and dancing in my kitchen doing dishes with these. I don't know if I danced with these. These are like more appreciative of sound. I'm like, oh, I'm focused on it. These are, again, flat, neutral, level. God-tiered level. Better than the T2s, but they cost 3 times as much, so they fucking better be. These cost 3 times more than the T2s as well. And they have that same more than the T2s have, just more. Lighter, better shape, a little bit more in the qualities of like mid-range and tonality, and then the low end comes in and it's like, oh, these are a bassier IEM. These are a bass IEM. They're killing it. However, they're still not FH5s, ICO OH1s, I remember the number now, or FH7. FH7s are crazy. And I am getting the FIO FH7s, which are their new flagship. Can't wait to see what those sound like. Because if they're going for soundstage, more soundstage, and then keeping the low end just nice and reference. I keep looking at the word reference. I want to say the word reference over and over again. Then that's going to be an insane IEM to look at. So this is just another one of those IEMs I'm going to throw on my desk. I'm going to say, is it better or worse or just different than the Canis Pros? And then I'm going to say, it's different. It's Canis Pros with more bass, with a slightly less nice wire, although I can't knock the wire because, again, most headphones, expensive fucking headphones, suck so bad that I just want to strangle somebody. I kind of hope they're trapped in a basement and get crushed by a bunch of bricks. When I see expensive headphones with shitty wires, I just have to give it my view. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, this is beautiful and this is beautiful. If I want a little bit more boom boom, these. If I want a little bit less boom boom, but more like, I picked that wallpaper specifically because it's just nice. It's just nice. Isn't that just a nice wallpaper? It's not ass. It's not titties. It's just nice. And these, listening to them, yeah, they have a little more bass, but I never turned it up to the point where it was like, you know, man, these are, they're just nice. These are both very nice, very polite. These could be accepted. Anyone could listen to Canis Pros and anyone could listen to Whizzer Kylins. I can't believe the name, but I'm going to say it. The Whizzer Kylins or the Moondrop Canis Pros, and you can listen to either one of these and be absolutely satisfied. You could sit there and you could listen to heavy stuff, light stuff, stuff you can dance to, stuff you can move to. And if you want a little bit more bump, these. If you want a little bit less bump, and a little bit more of what like the 10D2 is doing, these. And that is the end of my review. It was very lovely to come here and speak with you now today on this wonderfully rainy day, and I hope you enjoy your time. Please do download the wallpaper. It is available in the description of this video, as is the wallpaper on every video I review or do. I don't review the videos. That would be weird. Very meta. The company has sent me this set. The company sent me this set too. In fact, I think the same distributor sent me both of these. So these will probably stay in my arsenal. And these might end up in a yard sale. If you don't know what the yard sale is, from the 1st to the 10th of every month, my $5 patrons and above all get to participate in buying shit that, well, I don't need lying around. If I'm going to compare everything to the Moondrops, and I've compared these and they're just bassier, these can go. Whether this goes with it, that's for Zeos to decide later on. Oh, it's so nice. Anyhow, check out the Patreon. You get to see these videos first, probably about a week early. You get insider info. If you are a $5 patron, you can message me on Patreon and I'll answer any question you have. If you're a $10 patron or up, you get into the special private $10 Telegram chat where I literally just tell everybody what I'm doing all the time. It's basically my replacement for being one of those people who fucks around on Instagram and Twitter all day. I just have my phone, I got Telegram on it, video bubbles, speech bubbles, people are talking to each other. I don't want to be the guy that's broadcasting his life out. I want people to have conversations, and I just happen to be part of that group. It's like a Cheers bar in there with 180 people. Anyway, thank you. Links to TNT2, Moondrop Canis Pro, and finally, the Whizzer Kylins. I will be recommending the Whizzer Kylins. The Whizzer Kylins are on my list. They do a good job of taking those and adding a little bit more bass, even if the lack of like some nice wiring and maybe a bit, just a bit of the neutrality is missing for these, but they're still right. These are the ones I compare against. Anywho, that's all. I'll see you all tomorrow. Hope you've enjoyed your time here. Check out all the links, Rocky Mountain, all that sort of stuff. Bye.